All right, how are you?
I'm good. Are you camera ready?
I am camera ready.
You're like, I'm always camera ready.
Not always, but I'm ready.
Okay. So first of all, congratulations on your job placement.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you tell me a little bit about the job that you accepted?
Yes, uh, it's called Impact Health, and primarily what they were seeking are phlebotomists and RNs, PAs. It doesn't, that's who they were looking for. And they took a group of us out, and we started doing phlebotomy, mobile phlebotomy, traveling phlebotomist actually. And so I got to travel a lot. I was all over the United States.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is the job you found while you were in the student services portion, correct, in class through eHired?
That's correct. Yes.
Oh, okay. I remember whenever you reported that to me for the Impact Health. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are your hours like?
Well, it varies. So you sign up for the event, and then they send you all your travel information. So they'll send you your flight information. Then when you get to the city that you're at, you'll get your rental car. Then you go to the motel and check in. So then you're pretty much on the time there. And then during the events, they start as early as probably 5 a.m. and they'll last sometimes up to 6 p.m., sometimes 9 p.m.
You sign up for an event,
Hmm.
and like, does the event like let you know like where you're going?
Yes, so you're actually in control of that. You choose the events. You get to look at them. If
Okay.
you don't think you can make it or you don't think you can go, then obviously don't click on it. But just because you click on it doesn't automatically give you the job. They still got to approve you. My experience though, 9 times out of 10, they did pick me, and I was blessed to get started right away. And I started here locally. That's what got me in, doing San Antonio events. And the last one I did locally was in Seguin, and then from there is when I started getting airplane tickets.
Oh, wow.
And we were going to places like Michigan, New York, Omaha, Nebraska, Eugene, Oregon, places like that.
So that opened up a lot of experiences for you. That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah,
neat.
very, very cool. It was very nice.
So what date did you graduate from class?
Mm, I don't remember it had to be, I want to say May 19th.
And then when did you start working?
I had started working before I graduated.
Oh, wow. Awesome. So would you say that student services was successful for you?
Oh, most definitely. Most
What
definitely.
was your favorite part about it?
Well, I mean, it was just the way everything was formatted, the way it's all kind of set in motion, the way the school actually has everything just kind of already pre-prepared. I mean, not only are y'all trying to get us trained as top-notch phlebotomists, but you already have the expertise of how to get through these doors, and that's
Right.
half of the program. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And thank you
Learning.
for trusting the process, because at first it's like it is long and drawn out and annoying. But if you trust that process and actually work those steps as you see, you started working before you even graduated.
Yes, yes. I think anybody that's taking this journey needs to do that. They need to trust the process. It's like going across a bridge. I mean, those ropes, those are right there to hold on to for a purpose. If you just kind of trust the guides that you have and trust the system, I mean, and go with it. Phlebotomy for me has been quite a journey. What a beautiful ride it's been. And never would I have thought that I'd be doing the things that I'm doing today. I was just going to take a phlebotomy class and kind of see where I go, but I mean, it has opened so many doors. Since Impact Health, which just was a couple months ago after graduating, before graduating and then graduating, I now have another job. I've kind of, just because I had a job with Impact didn't stop me. I continued to search through the e-hire, and I've had several offers, and actually went to the highest bidder.
That's
And
right.
I just started a new job on Monday, this past Monday.
Okay. So what type of place are you at now?
So I went this route because it's more local. I mean, I'd love to
Right.
travel, and I got the travel bug when I started, but this is keeps me close to home. But it is called a Livingston Med Lab. So
Okay.
that's what they do. They do blood work,
Okay.
amongst many other things they do. But I mean,
How
that's why they have me.
prepared would you say you were when you went into that job?
Very prepared. I mean, other than not having on the job experience, I mean, it was all school. So they had to base my experience based on that, that I've done the sticks that I've done, I showed them even the paperwork where I have done 50 plus sticks. And of course, just kind of go off the training that y'all gave me. I told them to quiz me with some things and the order of draws and things of that nature. And that impressed them. I mean, that's what impressed the recruiters. And so that got me in the door. And obviously, it just took, it didn't take very long to kind of just focus back. Everything Mrs. Flores had taught us in the labs, it just kind of clicked on me. I remember her just kind of drilling us on certain aspects and how to handle the patient, how to talk to the patient. And I caught myself just doing it like automatically. And so I thank her so much. She helped me with this whole journey. And of course, you did too, teaching me
Thank
all
you.
the processes.
Miss Flores was actually a student of mine.
Was she now?
Yes.
Well, look, that's a product of your teaching because she is amazing.
And she speaks highly of you as well. So she was really excited to hear that you were my interview today, and she sends her best wishes to you.
We'll
So
send them
just
back. She's in my thoughts often. So
good. Well, okay, so a few questions. What were you doing before you decided to take your phlebotomy course?
I had taken a job with the city, well, the government. It was the youth care worker is what I was actually called. And for the migrant children that were coming across our border, they were shipping them all over Texas. And San Antonio had picked up some of them. And at the Freeman College, the AT&T Center here locally, they were housing these migrant children, thousands of them. And so I just kind of took the job, and I had it was a third shift. So in other words, it was graveyard. And I was just getting to know these children, just watching over them and taking care of them. They were either from Honduras, El Salvador, or Guatemala. And, the other one was from Mexico. It was tripped out, and it kind of just took me away from what you saw in the news, basically. But anyways, long story short, that's what I was doing. And I thought it was just a blessing. Never did I think I was going to be doing that kind of stuff.
So you definitely prepared yourself for a heart of a caretaker. So what made you transition over into phlebotomy? What was the one thing that made you decide I'm going to phlebotomy school?
Well, I didn't even know what a phlebotomist was maybe 5 or 6 months ago, to be honest with you. And maybe that's a general conception for people. They don't. You say phlebotomist, most people probably don't even know what that means until you tell them what it is, and they go, "Oh yeah,
Right.
everybody's gotten their blood drawn." They just didn't know what the technicians were called. So that was me. I didn't even know what a phlebotomist was. My daughter was going to graduate high school, and she's just one of those. She's got it all planned out. And she says, "Dad, I think I'm going to become a phlebotomist. So while I'm going to the university, I have a fairly good job while I'm going to school." I said, "Oh, baby, you're so good and you're so smart." And she kind of showed me the school. She showed me the Texas School of Phlebotomy. She showed me all the things and all the options she could do and this and that and all the other classes that y'all offer, the BLS classes and the IV infusions. And she just showed me all those things. And I went to bed and I just couldn't get it out of my head. And I thought, you know what, I'm not really doing nothing. I said, I could do that. And so I just logged online and kind of fiddled with it myself. And I hit the submit button to get registered. And then all of a sudden y'all replied right away. And here I am. That's how I started. That's what got me into school.
So how does she feel that you were a phlebotomist before her?
We kind of have a little bit of competitive nature, me and my daughter, but I think she kind of lets these kind of things go because it's kind of like dad going in front of her a little bit to kind of see how it is, because I report back to her what I'm doing and what I'm experiencing. So I think she likes it because she can she can gauge what's ahead of her based on what I'm doing.
I bet she's proud of you as well.
I think she is. I hope she is.
So that's good. So once you got into phlebotomy, how was your registration process?
With the school?
Yes.
So the registration process was great. It was easy. I mean, it was just a simple filling out the form. Once I hit the buttons that I was interested, they emailed me right away. And then after the email, of course, they sent the forms and you just fill them out. They're real simple. They're very easy to read and fill out, and you just send them right back. And then they set you up, of course, with the payment options. You got options of how to get that done. And they just require just a small deposit just to get in. So that way you don't have to worry about coming up with all the money right away, or you even have time to think about if this is what you want to do before it gets too late, you know. But I guess to answer your question, I mean, it was so easy. I enjoyed it.
And then once you transitioned into the classroom, as far as lecture is concerned, how did you feel with the structure of the lecture?
I thought the structures of the lecture were great. You know, I wasn't familiar with Zoom too much when this started. So now I feel like the rest of the people have done Zoom, and it was because of this school. So I knew that there was already going to be a transitioning of school online, or Zoom was. And I just felt that the lectures were great. So I had, you know, pen and paper ready. I was ready to take notes. I was ready to pay attention. I was ready to sit for 3 hours at a time. And I just thought it was good because the way it was presented to us was at a fast pace, but at a pace where you can absorb it. And then, you know, we were foretold, of course, you were my instructor, of what to expect the following days coming. So, I mean, if you, long as you just obeyed or listened to what you said, everything was going to be great. So I felt like after the class, I had so much information, and you know, I got to study with what I was given, but it wasn't overwhelming where I just wanted to just like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. It was just enough to absorb, take a good little break, and then study and be ready for the next class. And you know what? I mean, that the way it was set up, it couldn't have been any better, because any less, you know, it wouldn't have been enough. Any more, it would have created an atmosphere of just too much.
Right.
Because
Good.
a
That's
lot
good
of
to
us,
hear.
yeah, because a lot of us, and you said it in one class, that a lot of us students are not used to going to school right now. You know, some of us are older, you know, haven't been to school in a very long time. Some are young that maybe have, you know, skipped a few years from after high school. So a lot of us are not used to this. So again, back to the lectures, it was stepped out just right, in my opinion.
Thank you. That's a
You're welcome.
compliment. So when you went into your first lab, were you nervous?
Yes, of course.
How was your first stick?
Oh, it was my hands were like this, you know. No, I mean, it was nervous, but everybody was nervous. I don't think there was one person that wasn't. And so that's normal. So for those who are going to take this class and get to that part, if you're not nervous, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you're going to be a little nervous. I mean, especially when you get told, okay, guys, you're going to stick each other and you're going to stick each other all day long.
Yeah.
So, but the first time, I mean, it wasn't so bad because Miss Flores was right there. She's not gonna. Her eyes are on you, and she's gonna be right there to help you, guide you, stop you, whatever it may be. And it was okay. And the person that you're sticking knows that they're gonna be sticking, so they were very welcome to just being relaxed and letting me stick. My first stick was all right. I mean, I got to draw blood the first time.
Okay.
So, and actually, out of all the students that were in the class, I was the very first one. So I was on the
Okay.
spotlight too. So, but yeah, it was good.
That's good. So do you feel like there's any areas that we could possibly improve on to better serve you as a student?
No, a great question. No, I can't think of one. I mean, this whole process has been almost like a dream, but you know, dream come true. It's just from start to finish, from the registration to even wanting to get enrolled was so easy. I didn't even second guess it. It was just seemed like the right thing to do. And then the first day of class with you, the way you welcomed us, the way we got started, I said, this was great. And I just felt so excited what my future could be. And then the labs with Ms. Flores were just, you know, spot on. It was perfect. So I don't know. I mean, I had a job before I even graduated. So how can I say you need to work on this? It was just perfect.
So remember, I gave this speech in class, and I do it with every class. If you just trust the process and follow my rules, you will start to see yourself or your classmates with jobs before you graduate. So congratulations, you were one of those students, and I'm very proud of you and honored to have been your instructor.
The pleasure was all mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview, Roy. I appreciate it.
Ms. Westmoreland, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to see you again.
Oh, thank you. And you need to send your love to Miss Flores. You have her email. If you need anything, you can email me or Miss Flores. We are a team and we will help you in any way that we can.
I'll stay in touch, okay?
And then what is your daughter's name?
Olivia.
Is it me or Flores, her instructor?
Well, you had her day one, and so she had her just
Okay, so she's a
Thursday,
Monday.
so
She started Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning.
started Thursday, last
Oh,
Thursday,
okay. And then
and
Flores
then Miss
filled
Flores took
for
her
me.
up just Tuesday.
Okay,
She's
yep. So
Tuesdays and
she's mine.
Thursdays.
She'll be my baby then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to keep an eye out for her. I'm gonna give her a hard time, make her learn.
Yeah, be tough on her.
I
Don't
will.
slack.
Did you ever see me give slack?
No, not once. Not once. But yeah, look out for my
It's
Olivia.
worth it. It's worth it. And that's the goal. It's not to be rude or mean or anything like that. Like I really genuinely care and want to see my students successful. So it makes all the work worth it.
Well, you know, on the sternness of both the lectures and the lab, to me, I like it. I like to have fun, but I'm a serious guy, especially when it comes to business. It's time to get
Yes,
serious.
in a learning environment, you have to have structure if you want to be successful.
Yes, and then you kept it in line when people were, you know, getting out of line. You kept us in line. And then Miss Flores, she has to deal with us. She can't just mute us all. So she has this. First day she put us all in place, and I love
Yes.
that. I love that.
Yes.
That's how I learned, because she kept all that, what would be just noise all over the place.
Yes.
And she did it, but she did it in such a professional manner. You know, she wasn't rude, but she
That's
made it
right.
known. Let's get serious.
Yep. So she used to be my baby bird too.
Yeah,
Now she's a
awesome.
mama bird.
She's the mom of the bird. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'll definitely keep touch with you ladies. Y'all been a blessing in my life. I'll never forget y'all. I mean, there's moments in life where moments before this moment, and then life after that moment. And meeting you and Miss Flores has been one of those life-changing moments for me. So I'll definitely
Thank you
keep in
so
touch
much.
since you've given me that invite, and we'll see how things go. And if y'all need anything
Absolutely.
from me, maybe in a few years I'll be more qualified enough to maybe come help
Come
y'all
on
out.
over. Yeah. We would be more than happy to take you.
Never know. You never know.
You never know. Thank you so much, Roy. Have a great day.
Same to you. Bye.
Bye.